Hey, welcome to Social Keys Check-In. It's been a little while since I did one of these. Been kind of busy, even in transit. But I just came from a anti-gun rally, or kind of like a meeting just now. So thought I'd just do my check-in after I left that event. So before I get into what's on my mind. But yeah, so it was nice. So actually, I'm in a different car doing this one. My wife has my car to take care of some stuff, so she needed because of the size of my vehicle. But anyway, so things going all right. So the meeting was okay. It was a decent turnout. A lot of people there talking about their experience with losing loved ones to guns, things of that nature. So it was just stirring up some more stuff in my mind that I wanted to address. Maybe I might put in my Black experience series of videos. I don't know yet, but I'm just putting it out here because it's just check-in anyway. But one of the things I was thinking about the Black male is that, you know, are we expected culture-wise to fail as Black men? Like, so, or I could even say it another way, like, do we have an expectation for Black men to succeed? Because my personal experience, you know, as people view me as successful, so, you know, when I worked in corporate world or different places, or I'm seen in certain places, like, people, not white people, but Black people are always surprised that I'm there, like, or I'm successful, or, I mean, it's just like it's almost like it seemed like it's an anomaly or something. So, and I'm just starting to wonder, it's like, do we even suspect, is that an expectation? Do we expect our young Black men to succeed at all? Like, so to give another example, one time, my son, I do public speaking and, you know, at schools and different things. And once I was asked to participate in an event. It was like a facilitated discussion about young Black men committing crime, apparently, or something to that nature. So my son, I want to take my son with me before he can experience experience that whole thing. So when we was going, he said, I don't like going to stuff like this. I don't like when they have talks, when people come in and talk to us. I was like, why? He said, because they just automatically think we're just going to be criminal. Like, the talk is always about, don't shoot each other up, don't do, and he's like, we don't get nothing else. We don't hear anything else. Like, we're not all criminals. Like, most of us is not that. Most of the kids is not doing that stuff, but that's the talk we get as Black men, is don't shoot each other up. Nothing else. He said, so I don't like going to it. So I was like, yeah, well, okay. So when I got to the event, you know, because I wasn't quite sure what was the topic or what was going on. So my part of the facilitation was me just kind of just talking to him, and we was talking about careers. You know, I was just getting to know him just in that short space. You know, fears in life. We was talking about, one boy said he was afraid of whales. I thought that was interesting. Like, why in the world should be? So we're just having a conversation. I'm kind of getting a feel for the group. Then one of the other guys, which is a Black guy, he got upset. He's like, what are we doing? I said, what you mean? He said, I said, we just having a conversation. Like, I didn't know what was the goal. So I guess we were supposed to have the Black people don't do crime talk, I guess. Which, well, my son was talking about. This is the talk they always have. So they went on this whole spiel about don't do crime, which is obvious, but they had an assumption or assumed that a lot of the children there didn't have any fathers, because that's one of the stereotypes in our community. So the guy asked the question, how many people are here that don't have fathers in their life? Like, I mean, no, he asked this way. He said, how many people here have their father in their home? And almost all the kids raised their hand, except for like a couple, which messed up his whole spiel, you know, because the majority of the kids, their father was there. So it's like and it threw him for a loop for a second, so he had to redirect the conversation somewhere, and it's like, yeah, and I'm watching this unfold. It's like my son is right. They're just like, if you just expect black boys to just be criminal, not succeed, you know, that's kind of how we just talk at black males, like in their youth. Yes, it's black on black crime that's happening, but if you look at it real closely, especially if you're in law enforcement, you normally know it's like just a handful of people that's doing it, like even involved in it, even if it's massive numbers. There's certain groups of people. It's a certain, you know what I mean, group of people that's doing that. So it's not like all of the black men are on the level that they trying to present it. So who's that money? But anyway, so again, when I'm going back to thinking about me being successful and me ended up in places that black people is shocked that I'm in, and it's like we just can't believe it, like that you're successful, or they're gonna put you out of here, or you know. And here's another example too, because another stereotype with successful black men. Because if you are successful, then the stereotype is, soon as you get successful, you're gonna leave your woman, and she black, for a white woman, or you already married to a white woman, which is interesting. I'm gonna do some videos on that stuff maybe some other time. But anyway, like literally one time I was talking to someone, this black woman, and we was talking about doing things and all the stuff I was doing, and she said, you know, are you successful, and you know, you're doing well, this and that. So I mentioned my wife, and I don't know what I said or what. She's like your wife is black? Like, yeah. She said, I thought she was white. I said, well, why would you think that? Like, I mean, not anything wrong with that. Like, I dated plenty of white women, and, you know, when I was a kid, like, I was young, I was married and stuff, but it's like, so, but I was just wondering, I said, well, why would you just assume that I was married to a white woman? And she didn't really say anything, and I said, I already know the answer, but it was just, yeah. But that was the thing, and people it still is shocked sometimes. Like, yeah, I've been married 21 years. Yeah, my wife is black. You know, if that comes up, and they is shocked, like, huh? Yeah, and I have 3 children, and they all by her. Like, she don't have any outside children, I don't have any outside children. What? I mean, like, people are literally mind blown from that. And that's not uncommon, you know, that stuff. So, well, it is and it isn't. Like, it's getting kind of bad now, but especially in the black community, like so it's real bad, actually. Now I think about it, and I'm going over the stats. But anyway, I can get through deep dives on some of this stuff later. But so yeah, so do we expect our young black men to succeed? Is that an expectation? You know, because people just seem to be shocked. Like right now, the stats is like, you know, black men is reading on the 4th grade level. I mean, the academics on some level is not well, especially in certain larger cities. And it's like, why is this the case? Like, why is this not, like, why is we not trying to up the standard? And speaking of standard, well, I'm on that. As far as the black men and stuff, one thing I'm noticing with us, as black men, especially my age, like I'm approaching 50, and I'm noticing men like my age dress like they in their teens, like, or they just came from a rap video or something like. And I'm talking it because sometimes I do image consulting and things of that nature, and I'm like, why is you dressed like that? Like, you, man, you about older than me. Why is you dressed like you a teenager? Like, just stop. Like, just that's an issue. And some people, you know, they like, there's a couple people I talk to, like they in sales or they want to move up in the company, or and I just work on the image part, just, you know, how to present yourself, as far as, you know, your dress and how you have conversations. Well, I'm gonna tell you, people they don't want to hear, especially white men. They don't want to hear. Like, they want to dress like a juvenile for some reason. And I really don't understand. Whoever watched this video, write a comment put a comment down below or something, because I want to know, like, why as an adult man you want to dress like a kid, like with big old pants or sagging or whatever, like all that stuff, and the big old hats with the straight brim, and you know, a kid, like how a kid be dressing, and you going out in public and all the jerseys, and I mean, in my opinion, if you're gonna wear a jersey, you should wear it to two places: to an actual game of the people that you like, where they may be, and maybe if you go to the sports bar, maybe, like, because you're going to watch the game of your favorite team or something, and the sports bar is set up like that because people have rivalry things or whatever. Other than that, man, why is you wearing, like, why is you dressed like you on the set or whatever? I don't know. I don't get it. And we think, in black people, we think it's selling out. Like, selling out to who? Like, you trying to be successful or move up the court or get promoted or whatever, and you won't. You look like you can't handle it. Because if you dress like a child, they gonna think you think like a child, whether you do or not. Because you a grown man dressing like a teenager. Ain't nobody finna promote you. They don't think you can handle it unless you sow some good fruit. But then at the same time, you know, you won't be able to be around managers. I mean, I went through that same thing, like, but it wasn't about the dress though. Like, cause I'm very baseline. I'm very, like, if I'm not careful, I can become socially awkward and eccentric, and I do weird stuff. Like, if I'm not in check, that's how I am baseline. Because honestly, people don't know it, but I'm a real shy person. And every time I say that, people, how are you shy? Like, you do this public speaking, you do all this stuff. And it's like, yes, I am super shy. I love people, but I don't know. I get really nervous. And I had 2 twitches with that, with my nervousness. Like, one of them is, like, I'll talk too much because I'm just nervous. Like, I'll just start talking and won't stop. And then the other one is I will just get real quiet and I don't really say anything. And I'm just, because I like to watch and observe stuff, because that's how I learn. But I get, like, really, really quiet. I don't say anything. Or I'll do something, which I did since I was a kid. I don't know if I don't know why, but I call it Kung Fu Tourette's. So I will literally just start practicing martial arts out the blue, like doing drills or something. Like, I would, and I still kind of do that every once in a while. So I really got to stop doing that, because that looks really weird and it freaks people out in the corporate world, especially. Like, so when I was in law enforcement, we all just made fun of it because it was cool. And in there, I worked in a jail, so everything was crazy anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But in corporate, you know, that stuff ain't gonna fly. Then I had to really, like, and I was, like, having a hard time stopping. Like, I don't know what was wrong with me, or and I was just, I've done it literally since I was a kid. I mean, and my son and I would run through the store and we fighting each other, and my wife yelling at me, and my son, and we fighting. We just run through the store. She, like, losing her mind. Stop doing that! Like this. So, but hey, it is what it is. So I get it. Like, I mean, people on this genuine, I'm gonna be myself. And people need to accept me who I am. Like, well, no, they don't. People don't need to do nothing. If they don't like how you dress, they don't like how you act, they don't like how you carry yourself, they ain't gotta like it. Like, they don't have to accept that. And the people crack me up. The people that say that don't accept other people, how they act and all that stuff. Anyway, I went down the rabbit trail. And that's another thing. One of my issues at the time I had to work on. I could just say random and just go on rabbit trails. But anyway, but yeah, so black men being successful. Like I really want to do a deep dive and, you know, hit the like button and subscribe, social keys. But yeah, but I wanna maybe facilitate, a discussion with some young black men about this sometime. Maybe I'll put that out there on my Instagram or Facebook or something, because I really want to know what's on their mind with that. Like what? And I mean, if you don't want to grow, like move up the corporate ladder or get raises or like a promotion at the job because you want to look like you want to keep it real or whatever they call it, the reason why you dress the way. If you contend where you are, that's fine. But those who I'm kind of talking about is those who wanted to move up and think they should get opportunities and stuff, and ain't nobody giving this opportunity. It's like, but you look like basically a criminal. Like on some level, some people, you look and carry yourself like a crook. So that's new, and everywhere you go, so you lose opportunities. So, and I'm gonna say this because I'm almost at my destination. But like people, because the way I dress and carry myself, people think I'm the boss. They think I'm the, or the stores where I'm going there, I'm shopping. Like at times, I remember one time I was shopping, and I was in the men's department in this store, and the person asked me, it's like, yeah, can you help me? Find an outfit. He was looking for a suit, like, and didn't know his size or any of that stuff. So at this store, they had like the tape measure where you can, I don't know why, because don't nobody really know how to do that stuff. But so I'm like, yeah, sure. So I went over there, grabbed the tape measure, measured the guy out, because I know I do that, measured him out for his suit stuff. Helped him out. I think I did this. I think I said this on the other check-in. But anyway, I think I already told the story. But I like the story because it's just like, because I helped the guy out, helped him pick the suit and stuff, and then told him I don't work there. Like, but I helped him out. Because again, you should know how to do that stuff. Like, I mean, you need to know how to dress. You need to get with a consultant, watch some YouTube videos or something, but learn how to dress for success. Because people see you before they hear you. Well, that ain't fair. I don't know what it is, but it's truth. So, and that's how I got a lot of opportunities, because of how I carry myself. And I go to other environments to, and experience other people and other cultures. And I'm not talking about ethnic cultures. I mean, people that have money cultures. And they only frequent certain places. People with money pay extra to places and stuff because they want to be around a certain caliber of people. They don't want to be around everybody. So, so once I find out what those places are, I will go alone and I'll dress accordingly. And then I'll just, and eventually I end up talking to people, and that's how I make connections. And and then once they find out I ain't wealthy, because they don't care, but they always interested in what I was doing with my, because it always come up, especially with me, and what do you do? Like, what's your occupation? So once I would tell them, yeah, like my primary job is, I'm a corrections officer / programs officer and law enforcement instructor. At the time, they was like, really? Like, you got any cool stories? It's like, yeah, of course, it's the jail. So, I mean, talk about that stuff. But anyway, let's have this conversation. You guys, comment down below. But I think maybe I'll make this a thing, like maybe a community discussion or something with black men. Because I'm going to start my men's group up again here pretty soon. But anyway, I'm out. I'm at my place. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight still. So I'm out of here. Adrian out.